that hard enough? Yeah, that's good.
So growing up, Eli was the youngest of the three brothers. He was always at a disadvantage when it came to sports and activities that we did. Backyard baseball, pickup football, basketball. It was very easy to beat Eli. So every time we'd play, he would keep rematching you until he either A, beat you or made a really nice play, or if I was just too tired to keep playing. So no matter what the disadvantage was, Eli always kept playing until the opponent just gave up or he beat him. And I think this drive is what made Eli the person he was.
When I think of the person wearing number 8 for this upcoming season, I think back to Eli, and I think about the kind of person he was. But the player who comes out here, I really would expect to see somebody that's very determined, a fighter, that when the odds are against them, that they don't let down. The other thing I see with a player like that is very determined about where they're going in life. Not just on the football field, but beyond. I don't see that player being someone you have to push. I see that player being somebody that is self-motivated. That's one thing that I see in a player like that. One thing also is that a player like that has to have a lot of faith. A lot of faith in God, a lot of faith in the unknown of what's going to happen, and trying to make those things happen against whatever the odds may be against him. But I do see that player being a very determined player, trying to make a goal or meet a goal that he has set for himself.
I know that I could probably speak for our whole family that we're not only very thankful but extremely honored beyond words that last spring the coaches made the decision not to retire Eli's jersey and instead to honor his legacy that he started here, and to encourage other players, to encourage the team and all the players to be elite, to face up to that challenge of trying to rise above the kind of player that they are. And I think that applies to players that are great athletes already, to players that are more like Eli that really had to work hard to be a better athlete and to reach goals, that had to really face a lot of obstacles to reach the goals that they had. So for our family, I know that it's going to be an honor to see that player out on the field. And I know that when I see number 8, when I see that jersey, I'm going to know that that jersey didn't come easy, that person had to put in a lot of work, and hopefully that person put in more work than anybody else on the team. So when I see that number 8, I'm going to think that they had to really work hard, they know how to persevere, they're determined, and hopefully that person's also encouraging to their teammates and inspiring to the team and to other players. And I look forward to not only this year seeing that number 8 on the field, but the years to come, people that wear number 8. And I hope that each person that wears it will be inspiring to the next person so that they too want to wear the jersey, and to help the Tullahoma High School football team to continue Eli's legacy of being elite.
I don't know what made Eli tick as far as why he drove himself so much, but I didn't have to. There's a lot of times, it was 11:30 at night, and he said, I got to run. I said, why? You need rest. And he said, I need you to throw to me 10:30 at night. Okay, I'll go with you. So it was, I don't know, the player that gets this is probably, I expect them a lot more than anything to be somebody that's self-driven, or to take on the characteristic of a leader, trying to lead the best they can.
I spent 2 years at the high school with Eli, and I went to college, so I didn't get to see him very much. And while I was away, my parents were telling me Eli is starting to get pretty strong and athletic because he started working out at this place in Franklin, and I didn't believe him. So when I came home one time, Eli decided to arm wrestle me, and I said, well, yeah, because in my head I was thinking I could beat him. And we get to arm wrestling, and he has me about 6 inches from the ground, or from the table, with my hand, and I just gave up because I wasn't about to let him beat me and let him know that he could beat me. And And after that, I realized, Eli was doing something that was making him stronger, more athletic. So I asked to go to his next workout with him, and he said I could go. So next day we go to the track, and he does some sprints, working on his form. And by the time we got done with that, I was already pretty much done for the day. I was tired. So then after that, he wants to do quarterback drills. So we do quarterback drills. And then we finish those. He does the footwork, ladders, and all that. So we go to work out after that. And on the way there, I asked Eli, what's the point of doing that, and how often do you do that? And he said he does it every day. And that kind of shocked me. And I was like, so why do you do it every day? I was like, do you not ever get tired of doing it? And he said, well, if I don't do it every day I don't do it, I'm giving another quarterback a chance to get a starting position over me. And that kind of just, blew my mind. And I was like, well, in my head I was thinking, my work ethic isn't anything like that. I should probably step my game up if I want to, get somewhere in life. It doesn't matter if it's sports, school, work. You have to work every day to get somewhere that you want to be. And every day that you don't, you're giving somebody else an opportunity to take your spot. So we get to the gym, and we're doing workouts. And the only way I can explain Eli's workouts is that they're insane. And only someone who really wants to be fit would do those workouts. But that's what it takes. That's what it took for Eli to get from being this chubby kid to someone who ended up getting a scholarship to play college football. It may hurt at the time, it may be really tough, but if you want it that bad, you will put in the work to get there. And another thing that I think that set Eli apart was that he didn't really boast a whole lot about his athletic abilities once he got to that point. And he was a leader. He didn't just care about himself, he also cared about showing other kids how to, how to do the drills, how to work out, how to lose weight, how to get stronger. And he cared about other people, genuinely cared about other people, and I think that's what set him apart. And for the person who wears number 8, I think you should have those qualities and those characteristics, and I think you should uphold those. You're representing number 8, and that's what Eli stood for.
Growing up with Eli and us four brothers, we would always, play backyard football, capture the flag, 2-on-2 basketball. And Eli was a lot younger than, me and Chris, and him and Grayson were really close in age, so we'd always be 2-on-2. And Grayson would always be with Chris, and me and Eli would be together. And with him being, heavier and slower and at a younger age, he would, being on my team, he'd always have to play the quarterback position, or in basketball, he'd always, pass it to me and I would shoot. And he would hate to lose, so I'd always try my hardest to win, and that would always, I could tell, it'd make him happy, because being his older brother Grayson and Chris would make him happy. And then I left to go to college and came back home. He was just entering high school, and he was still kind of heavy, but not real heavy. And he was only playing football at the time, and I kept asking him, why don't you play baseball? He said, well, I just really like football. I like to, work out. I like hitting people. I can take all my anger out when I'm playing. So he would, he really started working out really hard his sophomore year, and you could really start seeing changes in how big he was getting and how strong he was getting. And my parents always made an opportunity for whatever the boys wanted to do sport-wise. His thing was football, so they said, if you want to go to training, you can go to training. So he wanted to do everything. He wanted to train, he wanted to work out at night, he wanted to get up early. So my dad, he would get up early in the morning, 6 o'clock, come down here and work out with him. They would have Coach Olive open the weight room for him to work out early in the morning. And then late at night after practice, during the school year or during the summer, he would work out all night. He'd work out until 10 o'clock at night out here, throwing passes to my dad or to me or to Grayson. And then my mom would hold the camera and so you could see what he needed to improve on. And then if he wasn't working out and wasn't sleeping or with his girlfriend, he would be studying his playbook and getting all the plays memorized, step for step, where his receiver will be whenever he's dropping back. And I think whenever we see number 8, this year on the field. You know, we want to see somebody that's spent a lot of time in the off season preparing for this year's in football, for the games, and for being a leader for their teammates, and everybody, you know, really looks up to the number 8 on the field. And I expect to see, like, if we're losing, I expect to see number 8 still playing as good as he can, you know, picking people up and still leading people even if they're losing.
Who was Eli? To me, Eli was the ultimate definition of leadership and dedication. Being the oldest brother and not being around as much as my other brothers, I was able to see dramatic changes in Eli over the years. From that chubby, short little kid who would get picked last in our backyard football games because of an ability to throw long distances, to that well-groomed, well-built, finely dressed quarterback he became. I'm not sure what made him switch gears to focusing so intently on his goal of becoming a college QB, but regardless of why, he knew how. Time at home was spent working out, vacations were spent training, and even long car rides and late nights were spent running through plays and watching reruns. Others' decisions to sit on the couch and play video games or go do other things did not matter to him. He would take the time when others wouldn't to focus on his goal and whatever it would take to attain that goal. He did not care who was watching and did not want the attention. Whether he was asked to do something or not, he took the initiative to do it anyways, and he showed others how to do things. To me, as his older brother, that is the definition of leadership and dedication. So what does number 8 mean to me, and what qualities do I expect from number 8? Numbers aren't just numbers. The number you receive in high school sticks with you and becomes part of you the rest of your life. Number 8 will always stick with me as a representation of a fierce and dedicated leader. I expect that whoever received number 8 this year knows what his goals are. Whether it be to run faster, jump higher, throw further, or hit harder, number 8 should be thinking one step ahead and always aiming for that next step. What can I do to make myself better? Or what can I do to show others how to make themselves better? I expect number 8 to put every bit of his heart into everything that he does. Number 8 needs to be fierce and passionate. Number 8 needs to know it's okay to fall, as long as you get back up with a stronger fight than you went down with. And with that fierceness comes dedication. Number 8 should be dedicated to his teammates and others around him. Number 8 should work hard, so hard that others around take notice and follow. When number 8 takes the football field this year, be prepared to fight, not only for yourself, but for those around you. And never, ever give up.